How you guys doing? This is Jason with Tuna Tech, and today I've got a sad video. It seems like I may be looking at the last of its kind. Alright, so the world loves to have big phones. There's no doubt about it. Apple dabbled with the Mini for a couple years and they backed out. Most companies make two sizes. Like Apple do the Pro and the Pro Max. Google does the Pixel regular and the Pixel Pro. Usually there's some spec differences, but it's usually a size difference as well. One other company used to make a series of phones that were in two sizes, but now they've switched to it only being one size, and there's some scary rumors that it may be the last of its kind. So without further ado, we've got this. Now it's kind of hard to see with the reflection here, but it says Asus Zenfone 10. Now before you say, well, that's been out for a while, it has been globally minus the US. So now that it's available in the US, it finally came in, and this phone right here, you probably never even heard of Asus outside of Chromebooks, laptops, and computers and monitors. But a big tech YouTuber, MKBHD, actually opened this box, played with it for a little bit, and even said this was almost a perfect phone. So what does this phone have that's so great? Well, if you read the specs, it looks like any other Android flagship. It comes in 5 different colors: Midnight Black, Comet White, Eclipse Red, Aurora Green, and Starry Blue. Comes with Android 13, which is the newest as of right now. Android 14's on the cusp. Yes, I said cusp. It's got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's got 8 and or 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, which people are like, what the hell does that mean? It means really fast. It's got super fast UFS 4.0 storage at either 128, 256, and 512. And just a caveat that, you guys, the size differences determine, so if you get 8 gig or 16 or 128, 256, or 512, determine what colors you can pick out. I'll leave a link in the description to their website, and I think certain combinations of RAM and storage can only get you certain colors. So keep that in mind. Starts at, I believe it was $699 for the lowest tier, and then moving on up from there. The differentiating factor from all other phones, and one of the main reasons why it's been called almost perfect, is its 5.9 inch, 144 hertz Samsung AMOLED display with 1100 nits of peak brightness. And it's covering Gorilla Glass thickness. It's small. The society we live in now, we all want bigger phones. The only alternative we have to that is flip phones. So if you get a Samsung Flip 5 or the Razr Plus, the clamshell that flips open, that's one other option you have. But this is a small form factor phone, one of the last, and probably one of the best, as it's one of the last ones standing. For cameras, it's got a rear camera, 50 megapixel Sony IMX766, so it's a processor that's tried and true. It's been around for a while. They also have a unique gimbal system that allows it to, obviously, like a gimbal, it helps take less shaky pictures, especially at the nighttime. It's got a 13 megapixel ultra wide with a 120 degree field of view, and then on the front, it's a 32 megapixel camera. And it's got dual stereo speakers. So this right here is the Eclipse Red version, and this is the, this is the 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. So the red one, I think, is one of the options at this price point. That's the only reason why I got this RAM to storage configuration, because I wanted the red, and you can see the little red dot there. I'm real excited about this. Asus has been making phones for a while. There was a rumor circling on social media that Asus, they also make the ROG gaming phones. If you don't know what that is, Google search that. They're very gaming eccentric. They have very gaming aesthetic phone. Asus makes this and the Zenfone series. And there was a rumor that they were gonna get rid of the Zenfone line and only carry on the ROG line. Asus has since come out on social media saying that they are not going to, at this point, terminate the Zenfone series. I'm skeptical because in the phone business, you're either big or you're not. In the Android space, you have Google, Samsung, Sony, you got Asus, you've got Blue, you've got New, you've got Oppo, you've got many options, and it's hard to make it go. And on the iOS side, you only have one company, so you don't really have much choice. So if they decided to back out, we could be seeing the last of the small phones that have flagship like specifications. So let's try to open this. There we go. That's really in there. Like I said, the boxing is pretty generic. It's kind of like an off-white, grayish color with just the Asus logo and the branding on the side. And then obviously here, same thing, just their branding. First things first, we're gonna open this up. You see the phone there, but let's see what's inside this. So the first thing you're gonna see is, it says, all on hand. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. All on hand. Got your SIM ejection tool, and you got your papers and IMEI number stickers that actually aren't on the phone, which is kind of a nice thing to have. And something most companies don't do nowadays is they actually include a standard basic case. Now, I've explained this before to a lot of people. It's hard shell, covers the sides, bottoms are kind of open. They do this because these phones aren't, it's gonna be a good seller, but in the US it's probably not gonna be sell like the iPhone or any Samsung series. But when you go to look for options to protect it, you're gonna be very limited, and a lot of them won't be available here in the States. So they include one. I think it's a great gesture, and the prices of these phones are fairly reasonable. So we're gonna pull the phone out. I'll talk about that in a second. Got a random hair in my box. That's kind of strange. Let's see what else we got in here. And you got a charger here. Let's see, what's the wattage on this one? Looks like 15 watt. 30 watt. We got a 30 watt charger included in the box, and your USB-C to C charging cable. Again, you guys, you know, it's all about how you market things. Apple and Samsung and Google are saying, hey, we're not including charging bricks because of the environment, whatever. Just a little side note here, included in the box is what you want to see. I don't care how many chargers you have. The fact that they included it makes me a happy person. So here it is, beautiful red orange tinge. I love it. We're gonna go ahead and open it. And right off the bat, you guys, holy crap. Like, okay, that's a small phone. And there's a little camera right here on the side, it's not in the center. You've got a headphone jack, again, something you don't see on any other flagship. You got your volume rocker, and it looks like a power button and possibly a fingerprint sensor in the power button. You got your SIM slot, USB Type-C, welcome to the party, Apple. And you got your normal antenna lines. Now the back here is red, and it's, if you hear me, I'm kind of scratching it. It's like a textured back, and I don't know if that's what kind of material it's made out of, but it definitely feels interesting and different. Now, with that being said, also, I bought this phone in this configuration for this color, and part of the reason why I did that was because I like red phones. So, what I'm probably gonna do is look for a clear case to buy instead of using the black one. I'll use this one right now to cover it up and protect it, but I don't think I will be using that one. I'll get a clear case, obviously, to show off the colors. You got your two cameras here, and they're typical of Asus design. These aren't what you would think of as flagship level, but last year's Zenfone 9 was stellar, and we all know, and Google and Apple have proved it, that you can use a sensor that's very small for many years, and it all comes down to computational and algorithms and all the processing that they use in the back end to make good quality pictures. So, so far the reviews on these cameras have been pretty decent. I'm gonna turn it on, see if it has any juice, just see how this process starts up. And I'm not seeing anything happen. There it goes. So we got the power on here. So this is the Asus Zenfone 10, It comes with, like I said, 8 gigabytes or 16 gigabytes of RAM. Storage, it comes with either 128, 256, or 512. I believe the 512 version is 16 gig, and it comes in only like a handful of colors, and those are some of the new ones, which I think it's the Aurora Green. Eclipse Red was offered last year. It's a tad bit different here. See, it's nice little sound there for it starting up. So again, if you want to see a review of this, most of you guys who watch these videos don't ever ask me to do a review on the phones. If you want to see a review of this phone or have any questions, please leave a comment and I will try to answer all the comments I can. This has been a quick look and a quick unboxing of the Asus Zenfone 10. Okay, I'm back real quick. If you pre-ordered this, and I don't know how long the promo was going, but in the US, in North America, if you purchased the Zenfone 10 and pre-order, they also include the ROG Sentra True Wireless ANC gaming headphones. I don't know a whole lot about these. I didn't do a whole lot of research. It was kind of included in the package, but it says here in the back, low latency wireless audio. It says perfect synchronization of in-game audio and visual, hybrid active noise cancellation, immersive listening with minimal outside distractions, 10mm Asus Essence drivers, crystal clear, true to life audio, up to 27 hours of battery life with quick charge capacity, wireless charging case, wireless or wired USB-C charging, and IPX4 water resistance for additional protection and durability. So on the scope of things, it's got ANC, water resistance, wireless charging, so they seem like a pretty premium product. I don't know how they sound, and I'm not really planning on doing a whole lot of sound checks today. Just kind of want to tell you guys, hey, if you did pre-order it and you haven't got it yet, this is what you're going to get in the package, and it looks like a pretty decent little, setup here. But let's see what we got. If I can get this open. So we got the earbuds right here. Okay, there's that. Taking this out, we got another package in the bottom. You got your ear tips and a USB-A to C charging cable, but no brick, which I know I just talked about how not including those things is bad, but it's forgiven on a headset, or an earbuds, I should say. So we're gonna quickly open these, just give a quick impression of what these ROG Sentra True Wireless earbuds look like, feel like. And that is an interesting case. You got the ROG logo, and then opens like that, and look at the little, that is fantastic, you guys. That is a very nice looking pair of earbuds. Pulling them out here. They got some pretty large tips on them right now, so I probably won't be using those, but then you also have these little things you got to pull off before you start charging them. But I like the look of those, and I mean, they're a little loose in there, but you open them up and it lights up. You got a LED light on the bottom, and you got an ROG light right here. I don't think that lights up. So I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I don't think this logo right here lights up. It looks like it's just a solid picture. And then on the back, there's your USB Type-C charging, and then obviously it's wireless right here. You set it down, and there you go. So I'll be honest with you guys, for the price of this device, it can't be beat. All right, so just a quick check, guys. So 8 gig 128 Zenfone 10 comes with, as of the recording of this, which is 9/19/2023, in North America, they're still giving away the free wireless earbuds. It says save $100, so these are probably retailed by $100 new. Both these together, in the 8 gig 128, but only comes in black, it's $699. So if you want to get the 8 gig 256 like I did, you have your choice of Midnight Black, Starry Blue, Aurora Green, Eclipse Red, or Comet White, and that's $749.99 with the earbuds. And then your 16 gig 512 only comes in black or green, and it's $799 and also comes with the free earbuds. So you guys, starting at $699 for, which I believe, again, I'm going to say this 8 gig is plenty enough for a phone nowadays. $699 with earbuds, not a bad deal. But this has been Jason with Tuna Tech. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to catch our live podcast. It's the TNT podcast every Friday at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.